What are the New York Knicks? They are such an interesting team this year due to the fact that they are a young team with Tom Thibodeau as the head coach that we really don't know what direction they're going in. Besides that, they really like players that come from the Kentucky Wildcats. So before we start this video, let me hear down below, what do you guys think the New York Knicks record is going to be? Where do you guys think they're going to be, middle of the pack playoff team or lottery again? So let's talk about it. What to expect from the New York Knicks this year. I think this year is going to be the most interesting year in Tom Thibodeau's career due to the fact that, when he went to Orlando, he was not expecting to be the coach for a young team. That's why he brought Jimmy Butler and brought in a bunch of veterans because he was expecting a playoff push. But I think this year, him going into New York, he knows this is a rebuild. This is a young team. So we're not going to see the usual Tom Thibodeau, I believe. He's been hyping up their youth and their athleticism. So I think he's going to really coach up fundamentals, coach up skills. And one thing I can say is I wasn't around Tom Thibodeau when he was watching. I wasn't old enough to really see what Tom Thibodeau was doing with D Rose in his first couple of years there coaching him. I only saw the back end of that, but from what I remember, as I saw the Celtics when Tom Thibodeau was an assistant, they were really good fundamentally, and I think that's going to be a team that he's going to hone in the fundamental skills of his players, and they're going to become one of the better, fundamentally sound young teams in the league. I really do see them becoming really good athletically and being able to play very good on transition and being eventually one of the more fundamentally sound teams in the whole league, because I think that's something Tom Thibodeau is going to really focus on, and then eventually become one of the better defensive teams in the league. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan on how Tom Thibodeau would like this to work, I would think that that's how he would want it to do it, is have everyone become very fundamentally sound and, establish the position, establish everything, and learn how to properly run his system, and then you would go into the rest. Go into other things. So I think they're going to be a middle of the pack team or a very late lottery team. So let's talk about the rest of the team. This is a team that I think is super interesting. Mainly, one second, I just had to move the microphone a little bit. But one of the things that I find interesting about this team, let's just start right here. We're going to talk about the players they brought in. Alec Burks, Jacob Evans, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Nerlens Noel. They drafted Emmanuel Quickley, one of the most athletic players. I actually saw him in person. I'm from Baltimore County, Maryland, and he went to school in Harford County, which is about 15 minutes from my house, called John Carroll. Insane athlete. You used to see him in high school play. Austin Rivers, Amari Spellman, and Obi Toppin. What I see first off is a lot of length and shooting. This is going to be a team that seems like one of Tom Thibodeau's focus is going to be a lot of perimeter play, a lot of spacing, a lot of shooting, while with a lot of length to be a very lengthy team. Then I really want to talk about the point guard position. So their leading assistant was Alfred Payton, who they brought back. Alfred Payton, phenomenal player, and he averaged 7 assists. I'm not saying that he's an elite point guard, but I think he's a serviceable, decent starter. And you have Frank Ntilikina, who you wish could assist, be a better facilitator, but he is one of the better defensive point guards in the league. Then you have Dennis Smith Jr., who did he just deteriorate? Did he just became kind of a bust? He was really good his rookie year, and then he's never been the same. And I've always loved Dennis Smith Jr. Maybe Tom Thibodeau can reinstill some life, some confidence into the young man, but that one's going to be interesting. So they did get rid of Damian Dotson, Wayne Ellington, Taj Gibson, which was a surprise, Mo Harkless, Bobby Portis, and Kenny Wooden. But I really think the starting lineup is going to be, I think at point guard, they're going to have to start either Alfred Payton or, that's pretty much it. I think Alfred Payton's the only one you should be starting. Then you have at shooting guard, maybe you put Alec Burks in there. I know Austin Rivers could challenge Alfred Payton for the point guard position, but I think he's going to come off the bench, personally, if I have to say so myself. We know the center position is going to be Julius Randle and Mitch Robinson. But then Mitchell Robinson, I don't know why I said that word. And then you're going to have at the small forward position, are you going to put Kevin Knox out there? Are you going to try him? Or RJ Barrett? And then at the shooting guard position, are you going to run one of your new guys in Alec Burks, Jacob Evans? Or are you going to run, maybe put out Reggie Bullock out there? I don't even know. Obi Toppin's obviously going to come off the bench. I think Obi Toppin was a great draft pick. He's going to spread the floor for y'all. I think this team is just going to be interesting as fuck because, look, you're going to have, if you're looking at the point guard position, it's probably going to be Alfred Payton and Austin Rivers splitting it with Frank Ntilikina in the crunch minutes or playing against really when he needs to have defensive moments. Unless Dennis Smith Jr. comes out of nowhere, I don't see Dennis Smith doing anything. Then at the shooting guard position, I assume you're playing R.J. Barrett at the small forward position. I mean, you could play him shooting guard, but personally, I see him that now more having him at the shooting guard position. Then, so with that being said, you're going to be having a guy like Alec Burks or Jacob Evan playing right there, or Reggie Bullock. Then I assume Kevin Knox and R.J. Barrett could potentially play the 2 and the 3, but I assume they're going to be splitting time at the 3 position. And you're going to have maybe Michael Kidd-Gilchrist there playing the 3, 4, and 5, depending on what the rotation is. And you'll also have a guy like Obi Toppin backing up Julius Randle, who Julius Randle is probably going to be your leading scorer. And you guys have other guys. We don't know what the finalized roster. The team's going to look more like what we'll know on Friday when preseason starts. Then Nerlens Noel's and Mitchell Robinson's will take care of the center position. It's just a really interesting team this year, in my opinion. But what I really do want to hear is y'all's opinions right now down below. I think one of the most interesting things about this team this year is that they are a very young team, athletic team, and have a lot of potential. I think that their highest, they could be a playing game 9th seed, whatever they're doing this year with this weird playing game schedule. So they could make the playing game if they surprise us, but I do see them being a middle of the pack late lottery team. And the guy Dennis Smith Jr. gets me really excited because what if Tom Thibodeau can make him into like a poor man's Derrick Rose? I would love to see that. But yeah, the shooting guard position is another interesting one. Also, Omari Spellman and Obi Toppin will probably fight for the job behind Nerlens Noel, but Omari Spellman can show Obi Toppin some stuff because I feel like they're very similar players in the sense that they're both stretch fours. But yeah, that's pretty much the video for today, guys. I do want to hear your guys' opinion down below before we end this video. But that's about it. Thank you for the support that you guys have been giving me all this week and all this time. It's been really amazing, and I'm very thankful for it. We'll be doing another team tomorrow. I'll be posting out more videos tomorrow. Just today was kind of hectic. I'm going to the Kansas game, so that's why I'm posting this one real quick. Sorry if it's not the best. I think it's okay. I think I could have done better, but I'm going to a game in an hour and a half, so I had to pump this out real quick. So that's why I'm also rambling, because I'm trying to get this over 8 minutes at this point. And yeah, no, I'm going to a KU Creighton game. KU's number 5, I think Creighton's 7 or 8. I was thinking about placing a bet on it, but I made $91, and I was like, let's not place another bet, because you made $91, so let's walk away winning. So as always, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys, I'm peace out.